Hi everybody, hope you're all keeping safe and well out there. I think it's fair to say we live in an age where news travels faster than ever, particularly bad news. But we also live in an age where it's really difficult to know what information to trust. In the middle of the current crisis, the main message we keep hearing at Harewood from our clients is what are the facts? So we thought we'd do our best to try and give them to you. Before we do though, some good news. There are definitely still options out there to secure funding, whether that's to support cash flow through the turbulent times, or even to invest in your business if you're lucky enough to have seen the situation increase demand for your products or services. So don't despair and definitely don't stick your head in the sand. Harewood are here to help. What about government support? So there's been a lot of talk in the press and social media about government measures, including deferral of VAT and income tax payments, cash grants, business rate holidays, and support to pay 80% of wages for workers of some businesses who would otherwise be made redundant. We also heard from the Chancellor last night that he's introducing support measures for self-employed and freelancers, provided your profits on average for the last 3 years were less than 50,000 and up to a maximum of 2,500 per month, albeit this will be taxable, declared on your tax return, and you'll have tax to pay on it in due course. There'll be more details on that one, I'm sure, coming out shortly, but they've said we can expect to wait until June for payments to come through. To ensure you've got the right information at your fingertips, we've included more details in the note that this video came with, together with a link to the government website. So what about the Coronavirus Business Interruption Loan Scheme, or let's call it CBILS for short? CBILS is a lending scheme designed to provide financial support to smaller businesses across the UK that are losing revenue and seeing their cash flow disrupted directly as a result of the COVID crisis. There are over 40 lenders currently working to provide finance under the scheme, including high street banks and other finance providers. The scheme includes loans, overdrafts, invoice finance and asset finance facilities. Not all lenders can offer these types of finance. Some can only do one, and whilst 5 million is the maximum for the scheme, they all have their own specific minimum and maximum amounts and repayment terms. For example, many loan providers will have a minimum amount of 25,000. CBILS gives the lender a government-backed guarantee for some of the amount they lend to try and encourage more lending when they would normally be restricting their appetite. This only covers the lender though. The borrower remains fully liable for the debt. Demand for the CBILS scheme is expected to be high and phone lines busy. If you think you're eligible and you might want to take advantage of it, don't wait to see how things pan out. Get in touch now, as if you wait for things to get worse, any delay could have much more serious consequences, and if you find you're ineligible for CBILS, your chances of securing different options could have become much smaller if your financial situations deteriorated in the meantime. It would, of course, be brilliant if every business could take advantage of all this support, thereby helping them to weather the storm and keep themselves solvent through these unprecedented times. Unfortunately, as we've seen, every initiative has its criteria, and there will be those who won't meet them. Even with the guarantee, the lender will have to believe that the proposal would be viable if it weren't for the specific impacts of the COVID pandemic, and that offering the facility will enable you to trade out of any short to medium term difficulty. So if you have a business that doesn't qualify or you need a different solution, where can you turn to try and keep afloat? This is where a finance broker like Harewood can make a huge difference. As you'll know, we take a genuine interest in our clients in good times as well as bad, and ensure we understand their businesses inside out to help bring about the most positive outcome possible. We can support clients who are eligible for any of the assistance outlined above, but can also help those who aren't. And with the addition of our new commercial finance arm to the Harewood family at the start of the year, working in close partnership with our existing asset finance practice, we've even more options and expertise at our disposal than ever before, just at the time you need it. And with the backing of the AFS and Synergy commercial networks, we still have access to more products than pretty much anybody else out there. So if there's an option available, we may well be able to find it for you. As we said at the start, whilst it's far from business as usual out there, there are still funding options available, but time is of the essence and you're likely to need help navigating your way through. So get in touch as soon as you can and let us know what we can do to support you. As always, Harewood is here to help.